sentence.
Okay. Essayist. Earth is a living organism composed of other organisms, much as animals are composed of cells, not merely a thing upon which creatures live.
All right, so what does that mean?
So it's trying to say that Earth itself is an organism, like a living thing that is also composed of something. So basically it has its own cells, and it's not just a place where creatures live. So it's not just a place to
like Earth is a living thing, and it's not a thing where people like, and yeah, and like we use like an analogy there, right? Where we're saying like just like animals are made up of cells, the Earth is made up of other organisms. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and read the next sentence.
Okay. This hypothesis is supported by the fact that, like all organisms, Earth can be said to have a metabolism and to regulate its temperature, humidity, and other characteristics divorced from the influences of its surroundings. Okay.
What's that sentence doing?
This hypothesis is supported by the fact. So it's offering support.
Yeah, excellent. Great job. All right, and then the last sentence.
Of course, Earth does not literally breathe, but neither do insects. They have no lungs, though they respire successfully. Of course, Earth does not literally breathe. I think that's just another premise.
Yeah, I think, well, and it's kind of like saying like we're trying to say that Earth is a living organism, right? Like it is not, no, the Earth doesn't literally breathe, but insects don't breathe either. So don't worry about it. Essentially is what this essay is saying, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what is the conclusion of this argument?
Earth is a living organism?
Yes. And I would also say not merely a thing upon which creatures lived. I would say that double comma is just extra information.
Oh,
but yeah. If you've ever, I don't know if you've heard this before, but if you ever are really struggling with a sentence and it's really long and it has the double comma going on, then like ignore that for a second and read the sentence. So it says like Earth is a living organism, not merely a thing upon which creatures live. And then go back and get that like extra detail, because that helps you find the subject of the sentence.
Yeah, that's a good pointer.
Especially on reading comp, like when like they're really dense.
Oh yeah.
All right. So when it says the assertion that insects do not literally breathe plays into the following rules.
Okay, so that last, yeah, down there. So,
okay, so yeah, but neither do insects essentially.
I think that's like an example, I would say. It's just trying to explain to you how Earth, or just like insects don't breathe, Earth doesn't breathe, but it's still living because insects are also still living.
Yeah, I feel like this is kind of, do you remember the part of the argument in the video that was referring to a concession?
Yes.
Like kind of like although Earth is not literally breathe is kind of a concession, but then we like back it up and say like, yeah, but don't worry about it, right? Like, yeah, like of course, like it's cold outside, but we should still get ice cream because it tastes really good. Like we're going on beyond that. Excellent. All right, so go ahead and start with A.
A reason for not rejecting Earth's status as an organism on the basis of its not breathing. Okay.
All right, let's leave that one.
Yeah, that's okay. B, a reason for rejecting as false the belief that Earth is a living organism. No, it's not rejecting it.
A reason for rejecting the false belief.
As, yeah. So
we're not the false, yeah. We think that the Earth, yeah, excellent. Good job crossing that one off. All right, what about C?
An illustration of the general claim that to be an organism, a creature must have a metabolism. No, I don't think so. That's just referring.
That's pretty strong, right? Like we don't, it's not an illustration that a creature must have a metabolism. Do we ever talk about that ever?
Even, yeah, talking about that.
Nope. All right, so what about D?
An example of a type of organism whose status, like Earth, is unclear. I don't think so. I think it's not
No,
unclear.
is the status of insects unclear? Like, no, we think they live too. So,
Yeah.
yeah, we're crossing that one off really easily.
Okay. E, an illustration of a type of organism out of which Earth is composed. Definitely no.
Excellent. Look how good you did on this question to get back to A. Where, yeah, the fact that Earth's also, the fact that Earth also, or insects also breathe is a reason for us to not reject Earth for not being an organism or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fabulous.